I am a change agent. I am a loving father. I am a passionate mentor. I am Rockford. We associate everything in housing with the people that live there. This concept of not in my backyard, it's pretty relevant in our community today. Even when I look at folks who are helping others, they want to help from a distance. And we think of the crime and we think of where our city has been rated over the years, and we associate that with people who are poor. Or we associate that with those people who live on that side of town. And I think that we're naive to what's really happening in our community. We're naive if we believe that housing is equal within our community. And we're naive if we believe that in our city, everybody has the same opportunities. And I think that housing is just a subject, but the real issue is the perception and the bias of people. And the problem is that our perceptions allow us to actually believe somebody who doesn't have a job doesn't want to work, or somebody who is poor wants to remain poor. And when we think about people who are in poverty, we just automatically assume that those are our criminals, and it's absolutely untrue.
I think that there's a perception in the community that people want to be in public housing forever because they don't have to work, they don't have to do anything, but they actually show up on the first day. And I can tell you how many times we hear, I'm not going to be here that long. And so the motivation is the desire for change, the desire to find success.
People want to improve their lives. Very few people want to stay and live in poverty. When people approach us about the neighborhoods and say, well, you're working with a lot of unemployed people, I point out that over 75% are employed. They may be underemployed, they may be employed at minimum wage, but they're employed, they're working. The question is, how many hours a week are they getting and what are they getting paid? And what can we do to help them advance by improving their job skills and improving their higher ability? You're working with individuals who are work in progress. Let's help them make that progress.
One of the things that I notice is that it's not kids who actually have this issue. Kids play together, they work together, they go to school together. We don't give our kids enough time. We don't listen to them, and we really need to spend time listening to their words and what they want, because honestly, as an adult, as a father, as a leader, it's my job to help set the path for those kids' future. So what I concentrate on and worry about is that people actually believe, if you take a child who's living in poverty, that we believe that they have equal opportunity to somebody who's not. And if you look at the environment and the barriers that are in their way, that's where our problem is. And we have to be the type of people who are going to help them achieve their success. Strategic partnerships are extremely important. So we have a lot of efforts in Rockford and in the region, but we forget that we can't do it alone. 10% of the people do 90% of the work, and it's relevant in our community. And if we want to get where we want to go, 10% cannot do all the work, because then you're waiting for us to fail, and we will. But if 90% of the people do the work, think of how much more we can actually accomplish, and that's relevant in everything that we do. And I think that strategic partnerships, they've got to be a priority in our community. Without people working together, we really can't accomplish the amount of work that we're talking about.
We have 38 partners we have identified we work with on a daily basis. Having amazing partners is really, really essential in the work that we do. We're trying to help a client at the end of the day. And if the relationship between us and the partner can facilitate a successful outcome for the client, it's incredible.
We don't walk into a neighborhood and say, we're United Way, we know what's good for you. We walk in and say, we're United Way, and we're here to help, and we're here to stay. It was this process that got us involved in the walking school bus.
A lot of people don't know the school district does not pick kids up if they live within a mile and a half. And in some neighborhoods, people don't feel safe. And so simply put, kids don't go to school. So the RHA, United Way, and the YMCA all partnered together strategically and created the Walking School Bus. And the Walking School Bus, which is led by the YMCA, has staff members that go door to door on a bus route and pick up kids, knock on the door, get their jackets on, get them ready, and they walk them 1.5 miles to school. We see ourselves as an agency as more of a supplemental opportunity for kids. We don't believe that we're going to fix every problem, but we want to aid in their development. If a child goes home and they're not sure if they're going to have a home or a place to sleep, or a child isn't going to eat that evening, but yet we want to get them in a program and talk about their education. We want to talk about their future. And the problem is that's not going to happen. A child is not going to self-actualize if they can't even get the very basic necessities that Maslow's theory talks about. We talk about all these great things that we want to do in Rockford, but I rarely hear us come up with a solution that's going to eliminate some of the very problems that we have. And if we want to make systemic change in this city, it's imperative that people come together and work to accomplish one goal.